Howdy folks, today we're playing Rakdos Atraxa. If you saw one of my last standard decks, you'd see, you saw me play against this deck and like, oh yeah, I kind of like the idea of a Rakdos deck that just drops Atraxa and goes in on it like that. I feel it's a little bad because everyone and their mother's playing Atraxa right now and we're just kind of hopping onto the bandwagon, but no shame, that's what we're doing. We're basically trying to cheat Atraxa into play with this Cruelty of Gix. We have several ways to discard Atraxa: Fable the Mirror Breaker, Blood Tithe the Harvester, Blood Token, Liliana the Veil, Gix to get it back. We also can theoretically just cast the Atraxa. The only color we don't have is white in our mana base, and we can get that with a treasure from the Fable or a treasure from the Bankbuster. So it is possible that we cast in Atraxa, but it's really not the main game plan. Other than that, the deck is focused as much around being just a good Rakdos deck as possible, just so you can try to play fair games and then also have just this Atraxa top end. That's sort of the plan. We're hoping to not get run over by mirror match Atraxa decks, but that's what I'm a little worried about just going into it like this. But I don't know. I think we have a chance. I think people aren't maybe going to not expect it out of our deck with the way we play, Bankbusters and Lilianas and Graveyard Trespassers. But I don't know. We'll try it out. We'll see how good it is. All right, let's try it on the ladder. Alrighty here. Starting out with Rakdos Atraxa. We got the Xander's Lounge into Sulphur Springs to start. See how that goes. We need to draw a little bit of land, but this is a solid Rakdos hand. Opponent's name is Gigantic Mean 816. Supposed to be Gigantic Meanie. Supposed to be an IE or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just auto-generated name. 816 might be their favorite number. Not sure what's going on over there. Either way, we're able to kill this Evolved Sleeper next turn, as long as they don't kill our Harvester. They attack will honestly block. Makes them have to use it. But alrighty. We'll just exile it now. That's fine with us. Get a Graveyard Trespasser down. This is bad against exactly Liliana, but they have it. We have Invoked Despair in 2 turns. Do they have exactly Liliana? Show us the Liliana. They always have it. They always have it. Okay.
Something suspicious is going on.
Definitely always have it. Question is, do you have something for the Sheldred, though? And for the next turn, do you have something for this Invoke Despair to want to play? We'll discard a Fable, probably. Jeditorious Proving Ground, okay. Anything for the Shelly? Injury Shadow, okay. And an Evolved Sleeper, yep. They're gonna plus, makes sense. Get rid of this Fable. We're gonna get rid of an Evolved Sleeper. I'm gonna attack this Liliana first. See if they want to block. That means we can wipe their board with Invoke. Yep, totally fine with this. Springs, Invoke. Get to gain a little bit of life with the Shelly. Okay. Do they have a removal spell for the Shelly? Do they have an Invoked Despair? They were willing to discard, so see if they have an Invoked Despair back. They do, man. Liliana and Invoked Despair when they needed both. Okay, pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, Sheldred coming down. Pass the turn. If you have another Invoke, another way to kill the Sheldred. Okay, not that at instant speed, or at least you don't want to play it. Deathcap Glade, okay, interesting. On passing, I think we'll cycle this Sukinzin. I think we can do better. Better than a land, but it's worse than most things in our deck. Okay, Druid lands. Okay, opponent must have some interaction here that they've been reluctant to use. At this point, I think we're going to keep the Sulphur Spring in our hands in order to potentially have game against a game with another Fable that we draw. Our opponent having an Evoke Despair there was pretty good. Opponent's thinking. Want to kill our Shelter or not? They have to have some interaction here. Something's keeping the interaction up. I'll hit them with a Your Go. See if that is the reason why they're not going. Okay, looks like they're roping us through our turn here. Or they left or disconnected or something. But we're still going to keep the game plan. The game plan, keep the Sulphurous Springs in hand just in case that we do draw something that's going to be good for the... like a Fable to get rid of the Springs. And pause again, see if they're full on roping us. Alrighty, and they roped right out of that game. It's interesting that you'd rope against Sheltered, considering that we're probably also playing it, but alrighty. Solid start here with Rakdos Atraxa. Alright, we're going first. We have all the 3 drops in the world, but they're good, so I guess we'll keep. Get these Blackwaves cliffs down to start. Dynamite over here. Oh. Alright. Opponent is deciding what their mulligan. Alright, opponent goes ahead. Keeps their hand. Lane's Recruitment Officer, okay. Thalia. That means we're probably playing this Graveyard Trespasser next turn. Not a lot of value, but see if they have a Brutal Cathar to get rid of our stuff here. If they don't, they're going to be brick walled for a little bit. Valiant Veteran, okay. We'll block the Recruitment Officer. Get a Fable down. We'll block the Valiant Veteran now, so we're pretty sure they don't have a Brutal Cathar, or at least they don't have the mana to do it yet. We think they would have played it there. Just the 3-2, sure, no problem there. Alrighty. Not sure how good this Liliana is gonna be. I think we can do better than the Sulphurous Springs as well. Okay. Trespasser is not bad. Play Trespasser. And to go for the throw next turn. Let's attack with this 2-2. They have a Resolute Reinforcement? That's what I'm worried about, mostly. Actually, I am going to play this Graveyard Trespasser now. It's nighttime. We get to exile 2 things, and yeah, they do have the reinforcements. We need something to block. Exile both of those. Pass the turn. Do you have a Brutal Cathar? We're open and ready. If you don't, we'll be doing fine. Alright, you have the 3rd mana. And Siege Veteran. Okay, that's still pretty good. Getting in with everybody? That's fine. Okay, we're gonna flip the Fable, which is good. So we can play the Fable and the Go for the Throw, which I think is what we're gonna do. Get the Goblin, kill the Siege Veteran. I'll attack with a Glutton. Yeah, we'll gain our life. Get rid of that Siege Veteran. Put a little bit of pressure on the opponent. Next turn, we can start doing stuff with a Reflection. Oh, so now they have Sky Strike potentially. Yep, okay. And a Frontliner. I thought he was going to come in again. They have a ton of cards they could draw. They might not attack, so they can draw twice. That seems to be the case. So I think we need to do better than both of these. Maybe even as good as Atraxa this turn. Thought I clicked them both, okay. Fable. Get another Shaman Goblin here. I think I'll attack with the Goblin. And then go for the throat this Thalia. Get my treasure. Home with this go for the throat. This is gonna be a close game. The Skystrike Officer's pretty good. And do I have to go for the throat the Skystrike Officer? I think I do. I just don't think I can let him get 2 untaps worth. And so now if they want to block the 2/2, they have to not tap everybody to draw, which is nice. Certainly they're going to draw one time. Without a doubt, they're drawing one time here. And they're probably not going to use the Thalia to do it. Okay. They're gonna draw a second time. So we get to keep this 2/2. They are, okay. But we do get to keep the 2/2 around, that's good. Next turn we get another reflection. That'll be really helpful for us blocking. As long as we don't have another Sky Strike, they shouldn't be able to draw a bunch of cards. Might be in business here. Gonna be close. Obviously, like an Atraxa at any point would be super nice. Next turn we can discard whatever we have in hand. Fable. Another blue source. Oh. Okay. GG's. Close game. We almost got there. Harbin's pretty good, though, against these board stalls. That's why you have it in the deck. All right, we're going first. Got some Black Leaf Cliffs to start. I'm in. Got pretty beat up by soldiers last time, but maybe we could avoid that this time with the cut down on turn 1. They are soldiers. We'll see. We'll see. Nope, they're mono green. Not mono green. Green red. They have a play with fire. Okay. All right. Well, that Atraxa is not looking that good right now. Do you have anything to attack me with? Scrap Gorger. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this cut down here. Next turn, play this Trespasser. Eat their Scrap Gorger. Eventually, we can Liliana this Atraxa into the graveyard. They're gonna play fire us, sure. They're gonna it's in their upkeep to scry? No, it's in their main phase. Alright, yep. Going up on the Liliana. Getting some cards out of their hand while they're stuck on lands. Bye, Atraxa. Nissa in the yard. We want to exile. I think we can keep back this Graveyard Trespasser for 1 turn to protect this Liliana against like a Storm Seeker or something. Loam Speaker. Okay. That's something we're fine to just minus on them. Get rid of that.
One of your friends has to leave.
Good. Loam Speaker. Attack with Trespasser. Get rid of Nissa. Opponent's just stuck on land. It's probably GG's, but we'll see if they can dig their way out of it. Do another creature to play, or if they don't have a creature or a land here, they should probably concede, but we'll see. We kept the Takenuma, and just in case we wanted to mill it over and get the Atraxa back, but also if we draw a Cruelty, having 5th land still for the Takenuma, it's gonna be good. So Atraxa back. A little bit of a Rakdos surprise. Opponents Might be engaging in Project Rope here. Oh, nope, they found a land. Okay. Oh, and we did draw the cruelty. Filthy. Okay. Oh, you didn't even get to see it, opponent. We had a surprise for you. Next time. GG. Alrighty, we're going first, and we need to land, but once we get to this Fable, we might be able to get to the Invoke Despair, so that's the plan. Let's see what our opponent's on. Raphine's Tower. Did hit a land. Okay, that's good. Probably kill most things here. They play it. Hits. Have another tap lands. Looks like they do. Okay. We've drawn a good amount of lands here, which is nice. Next turn we can invoke Despair potentially if they like Crestpasser. Sure. Not sure how good these cut downs are going to be. Should I wait on this invoke? Should I wait or just cast it? I don't think I'm going to cast the Invoke Despair. I think we have excess lands we can discard. Go to Sulphurous Springs. Fine, I get rid of an extra card there, I think. Don't necessarily know if I want to show the Harvester right now. Because then I could, there's the potential to, set up the backside of Fable and go off like that. They have another Trespasser or something we want to kill? They do not. Looks mostly like Orzhov. We'll check him for a counter spell. Okay. Draw 3. Not the best cards we could have drawn. Opponent. Cycles are a Fiend's Tower, yep. What about Blood Tithe Harvester next turn? So they just play a creature, we can kill it with that. So a board wipe. Of a Wandering Emperor, probably. Okay. That's the case. Don't know if I want to attack or tap my Reflection here. I think I'm just going to attack with a 2/2. Feels like a Wandering Emperor. They didn't play it. A Farewell. That they do. Next out of the graveyard, so sure. Alrighty, well, didn't think they'd have the Farewell. Now we draw the Atraxa. I'm gonna blood away a cut down here. Another Proving Ground. I think we'll cycle this one. One might be on Atraxa. I mean, they have mana to cast it. If they have a green anywhere. No, they don't have a green. Okay. They definitely have white, blue, black. There's some green. Vraska. Okay. It's pretty good. Minusing on the Harvester. Yep. Yep. This is the treasure, though. That could potentially get us to this Atraxa. So if they do that again, then we might be in business for this Atraxa. So that might be the plan. Hoping our opponent minuses on our Blood Tithe Harvester again. Give us another treasure. Okay. Looks like what they're gonna do. Alright. This card with his Takanuma. See what we hit. Graveyard Trespasser, Blood Tithe Harvester. Well, that shenanigans. Alright, we'll go to Graveyard Trespasser. Go to my turn. Cast an Atraxa. I don't know if our opponent was expecting this. Do they have a counterspell? I'd be a little unhappy if they had a counterspell. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can hit. Choose up to 4. Easy artifact, easy creature, easy enchantment. And yeah, I think we want the Xander's Lounge. So that way we need one less treasure for next time. Pass the turn. Imagine they have non-Vraska removal spells. But if they have to cast in the Vraska on the Atraxa, gives us another mana, another treasure to potentially cast another one down the road. And we can cruelty back an Atraxa too, which is kind of absurd. So they do minus it. Okay. Okay. And they're going to be able to hit our Atraxa with the GGs. Alrighty, opponent goes first. We have a hand. Oh, when they have a mono red. Okay, time to draw some cut downs. They have a nut draw. Pretty close to it. Impulse. Okay, it could have been worse. Can't cast that Chandra this turn. If they slow down to cast it next turn, it's probably good for us. Yeah, I see the path in my head. Fable right now. Discard an Atraxa next. Discard Atraxa next turn to attack. And hopefully reanimate an Atraxa. That's the plan. We just have to avoid a way for them to kill this with a play with fire.
Extra crisp, give a toast.
Nothing. Okay.
Love to.
Okay. I see the way we can do this. All right. All right. Bye bye Atraxa. Bye bye Sulphurous Springs. Yep, I mean, they don't have any way to get our Goblin Shaman dead before it attacks, so you're gonna block. Interesting. I feel like that's doing me a favor. Haunted Ridge and Cruelty time. I would like to put a target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under my control. Target Atraxa. Yep. I think that's pretty good. Not bad, huh, opponent? Not bad. Alright, what can we put in our hands? What do we have? Get another Atraxa. I think we'd rather have a Trespasser, though. Fable for the enchantment. Go for the throat. And it's all the same. Takanuma, I guess, is untapped. Discard 2 cards. Hopefully these tap lands. Alright. Can they get around our Atraxa here? It's gonna be a tall task, certainly. If they have like a... Opponent, do you really want to do this? Rending Flame, sure. We'll gain the 7 life. I mean, that does get you there. But now we're at an 18 cushion. We get a bunch of things we can play. Fable's flipping. A Jaya, interesting. Can't cast that though. Probably should have went up with the Chandra first. Alright, they did deal with the Atraxa though. I mean, I gotta respect our opponent's will to stay in this game. Alright, flip the Fable. Yep, I think we're just gonna play Trespasser and Harvester. I think really the only way we lose this game probably is if we die to this Chandra ultimate. Because then they can start dealing damage to us. Anything if there's additional +1/+1, that's fine. They would need to like plus Chandra into her. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh my goodness. Capricious Hellraiser Rending Flame on the reflection. Okay. I respect what's going on over here. Their whole graveyard's gone now for the second Capricious Hellraiser, but okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Chandra's probably going down though. I mean, they're keeping the Hellraiser back to block. They know we have a go for the throat. Sorry that we're just doing this to you, opponent. Your deck is cool, and I feel a little scummy for running you out of the game like this, but what's going on? All right, so we know that we got to keep the graveyard clean with this Trespasser of instants and sorceries, I think only for this. Non-creature, non-land. Okay, so they can have another one and get back to Chandra. But pretty diversified mana costs. Charging this for X equals 2 to go to the graveyard Trespasser. Okay. Discard 2 cards. Discard the land, I guess. Get a Blood Tithe Harvester. It has 3 on it. Yeah, we'll get in. Go to the Chandra. Get our treasure. You gonna block the Harvester? Yep. Play second Harvester, second Fable. Not really sure what they could have in their deck here to avoid certain death, but they can get rid of all the Fables, but you know, we're fine with that. We still got a lot going on here. Yep. Fine with us. Took up most of their turn. Oh, they had their own Fable, okay. Have to go ahead and kill this Shaman. Attack our opponent. Get some treasure. They're down to 5. Daytime. We'll exile this Blast Zone. We're going to cycle the Bloods. Get rid of this Haunted Ridge. Alright, see what our opponent has in their deck to get rid of. I mean, if they have, like, Burn Down the House, they only discarded 1, so they must have a way to remove the board. That's Sushi. Sure. You're dead through it as Sushi, though. And we can cast another Attrax if we draw it. We're definitely going to do it if our opponent lets us. It's go time. It's Atraxa time, folks. Alrighty. Oh, up to 7? Sorcery. Planeswalker. Land. Artifact. Creature. Enchantment. Instant. I'll draw a whole new 7. No biggie, huh? It's just not my thing, huh? Oh, let's see if we can exile here. Right? You need your Kamano? Probably not. Well, GG's. Simply put, we just drew 7 with Atraxa. And that's a game. Alrighty, we're here with the deck tech for Rakdos Atraxa, and the deck's pretty good. Spoiler alert, I mean, the game plan of just having Atraxa go over the top of other mid-range decks is pretty good right now. A lot of decks are adopting it. A lot of decks are just tossing Atraxa in here, there, everywhere. And we're one of them. I mean, with this build, to be honest, and we were able to play a nice fair game up front, and then kind of bully our opponent with the Atraxa on the back end to get a bunch of value. Basically, you're swapping out the Invoke Despairs for the Atraxa, and I think you're probably in a better spot for that. But I think if there was a way you could fit, you know, all the Invoke Despairs, the Atraxa, the Cruelty of Gix, and I think it would be pretty good. The problem with that though is that then you're really 5-drop heavy, and you need another Wrath. And the best Wrath probably is Cruelty Gix, which is also a 5-drop. So you can play something like Path to Peril or Path to Peril. I don't know what the exact card name is, but you can play something like that to sweep little tiny creatures. But I don't know. I could see that being a tough spot to be in if you went that way. I think as is, the deck's pretty good. It's pretty fun. Lots of ways to discard the Atraxa. We got it back in turn 4 one time and really put our opponent in the bind. And they almost recovered somehow. But we found the second Atraxa off some treasures that we had laying around, and it was that was all she wrote. But fun deck. I kind of feels bad to be on the Atraxa side of the coin again. I think the deck is better than the Invoke Justice Atraxa build. I think if you're trying to maximize your Atraxa, go over the top, shenanigans kind of thing. I think if you want to play 5-color Atraxa domain kind of thing, I think there's a deck running around like that. But what I'm really interested in is playing some decks that are going to punish the Atraxa deck. So I think you'll see, hopefully, in the coming days here, decks that really, they're built around punishing our opponents. So maybe, some Dimir counterspell type decks, something like that. I mean, I don't really want to play mono blue because that feels a little stale. I mean, that's probably the best way to really punish these Atraxa decks, but I'm not really, I don't know. I don't love the idea of playing mono blue again. I've already done that with the Spell Dancer. I'll try. I'll work on something, to punish the people. Everyone's going greedy. Even in best of one, people are going greedy. So I'll try to find something to combat that. But yeah, fun deck. This is definitely a deck if you have the wild cards, or if you already have, these cards in your collection. I think this is a deck you could just fire up, play. You'll get a good amount of enjoyment out of it. You have some sneaky comeback potential. We were getting beat down by red, and then we dropped an Atraxa, and then our opponent had a lot harder time beating us down. So is some cool sneaky lifelink in there. It's pretty cool, and just in general fun deck to play. So try it out on the ladder. Let me know what you think. I would love to play your deck though. So if you have a deck that you think could beat this style of deck, please submit it. I'm all about trying to beat this style of deck, hopefully in the upcoming days. So if you have a deck of that nature, please submit it, and we'll see if we can't rid the format of these abominations, these Atraxa abominations running around. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked watching this video, you'll probably like the last standard video. It's on your screen now. And until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.